Hello, it's Tracy Jackson, also known as the Spiritual Cheerleader, and today I wanted to come to you with the tip about meditation. A lot of people put a lot of obviously emphasis on meditation, and there's good cause and good reason for that. But I do feel like a lot of times people they feel like they're not measuring up when it comes to meditation, and a lot of times they feel like it's not for them, that they can't do it, and so they end up giving up doing it and feeling bad about not doing it. And it's really that they just haven't found the right meditation for them to do. So, when I started with meditation, I think the first person that I really meditated with was Gabby Bernstein. In one of her trainings, she, told people to close their eyes, try to, direct your gaze at the third eye point while your eyes were closed. And it was like a transformative experience for me because I saw things and experienced things, and it was like this rush of energy that came through, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And and I wanted to have that every time I meditated, and I didn't. Like I would do her meditations. At one point, I was I couldn't do I remember her saying she would do like 20 minutes twice a day or something like that, and I was like, I can't do 20 minutes of meditation. Like I don't have time for that. So I would like find these like 5-minute meditations on YouTube, 5-minute, wake up your morning meditation, and, all this stuff. And I would switch around. I would go to what I needed for that day. So if I was feeling like grumpy or whatever, like I would be like 5-minute lift your spirit meditation or whatever. And if I, was feeling particularly insecure about money, I would say 5-minute prosperity, meditation or whatever. And they switched constantly. Like every day I would do a different thing. And, that was kind of my routine. There was no rhyme or reason to it. Most times it was 5 minutes. Sometimes it might have been a little bit more. I might switch it up and do something else from time to time. And then I remember joining a program where we did chants, meditative chants for, it was like 6 months or something crazy. And I started it off really, really well. And we would chant at the same time every day. And so I would, join in and chant at the same time every day. And that really, really felt good because there was like a consistency to it. And the cool thing about those chanting ones, I could use a mala. And, for those that don't know, a mala basically is a necklace that has, it can be used as a necklace. Some people wear them, some people don't. But it has 108 beads on it. 108 is a very significant number. In many religions, the 1, the 0, and 8 all hold significance. But, you're able to kind of keep up with the meditation because you're chanting and you're moving your fingers on the mala as you chant. And so a lot of people like this if they are really in their minds a lot. And for me, being in a kind of an overanalyzer and someone that was very cerebral, having somewhere to kind of focus my energy was helpful to me. So I did that for a while. And then shortly, thereafter, I went to the Spirit Junkie Masterclass. I discovered Kundalini meditations. I tried to do them consistently for like 40 days. Like that was the big thing. And I was like, I can't do this. Like I wouldn't set the time because I would do it in the evenings when I got home, and every night when I got home, like there would be something different going on, whatever. So it really wasn't until I would say last year, 2018, January 1st, that I committed to having a daily consistent meditation practice. And I went from January 1st, 2018, and I'm still going strong today. Now, with the meditations that I was doing, there's one meditation that I've been doing now for close to a year. Most of the other ones I've been doing in 40 day, 90 day, or 120 day increments, and then switching to a new one based on whatever it is that I need. And that's one of the reasons I love Kundalini, the technology involved in it, and the fact that the meditation I'm doing is focused on an intention or purpose. But obviously that's my journey with meditation. What I really want to emphasize on this video is the fact that you have to find the meditation that works for you. Obviously, Kundalini works for me. I've been keeping up with it. I do it every morning. Many times I do it at night now, and I even do additional meditations on top of that. I do, guided meditations. I do, various chant meditations that involve like the mala and everything. So I am consistent with my meditation practice. There's always one that I do every single day. And if I add on more, wonderful. If I don't, no big deal. But I had to come to the realization that my meditation practice was for no one but me. And that meant that it had to suit me. So me starting off with a 5-minute meditation 2 or 3 years ago was just fine. I wasn't ready to be doing meditation 20 minutes twice a day. Now I do meditations, hour-long meditations, and I feel amazing. But I couldn't even fathom doing that when I first started because that was too much for me. I needed to learn how to sit still and, really hone in on whatever the meditation was. So a lot of times we just need to give ourselves the grace to learn what type of meditation works best for us, and then give ourselves the grace to say, okay, I'm just going to do this for 5 minutes. And, maybe tomorrow I up it to 10 or 15, but I don't just jump in and say, okay, I'm going to do 20 minutes of meditation, and I'm going to do this one because this is the one that this person does, and, not feel great because we couldn't get it done, right? So, one of the other things that I really want to emphasize about meditation is a lot of people say, oh, I can't meditate because I can't keep my mind quiet. Well, meditation isn't really about keeping your mind quiet. It's about, allowing the thoughts that are in your mind to kind of float away, because none of us has a chatter-free mind, right? And so when I'm meditating, there's days where I'm thinking about what I'm having for breakfast, what I need to wear that day, what are the things I need to do that day or that night to make sure that I get things done for the rest of the week. I mean, there's all types of things. And when those thoughts come up, I'm like, okay, that's a great thought. Let's go back to focusing on my breath. And once I start focusing on my breath, the thoughts kind of quiet themselves down, and I'm more into the meditation. I'm more centered and grounded into the meditation because I'm focusing on my breathing and my connection to the divine. And that is when things can come in. But it doesn't necessarily mean that things have to come in. A lot of people use meditation for guidance. A lot of them use it for relaxation and peace. And the thing is, I feel even with, a lot of the teachers and things, people kind of overemphasize this idea of meditation for getting answers, right? It was like, and I love that quote where it's like, prayer is me talking to God and meditation is God talking to me. I love that. I absolutely believe and do get a lot of insight when I'm meditating, but it's not every time. And sometimes that's not the purpose of it. The purpose isn't for me to get, this valuable insight. It's just for me to relax and start my day from a peaceful place. It's for me to come back to me, for me to receive that divine connection, or to connect in, like to really, tune in to my higher power. And so I really want to emphasize that for people as well. Like I said, there's so many different types of meditations that you can do. It's really important to to find the one that works for you. Like I said, I've tried a lot. I like a lot. Right? I love guided meditation. I love mala meditation. I love mantra meditation. So I like a lot of different types of meditation. And I practice pretty much all of those different types of meditations. I don't limit myself to necessarily one, but I found one that's kind of my base type of meditation, and then I add on things on top of it. There's also things like walking meditation. You know, some people are very, very in their head, and the movement of walking helps them to get out of their head, get into their heart space, and really just center in and ground in so that they're connected to their higher power just through walking and enjoying, you know, what they see in nature. That's a different type of meditation that most people don't talk about, most people don't emphasize, but it is one that is available to people. And I just want to say, you know, for those that are struggling or feel like they're struggling with finding a meditation that works for them, try some of these different types out. Obviously, if you have any questions on the different types, or if you'd like some suggestions for, you know, various walking meditations, or suggestions for, you know, the mala meditations, or if you'd like for me to demonstrate that for you on my channel, please let me know. I'd love to share that with you. One other thing that I really want to talk about in relation to meditation is not to be intimidated by it. A lot of people are like, oh, I meditate, 20 minutes twice a day, or I meditate this many times a week, or whatever. And like, a lot of times it intimidates people, and they feel like they're not measuring up because they're not doing it that length of time. Let me tell you, there is nothing in my eyes like elevated about me because I'm able to stay in meditation maybe longer than you are. For me, meditation is a sanctuary. It's a place I want to go. And sometimes it's more of a, almost like I crave it than like just being out and like doing my own thing. I would rather be laying down, getting a meditation in than just walking around and interacting with people, right? That's just me. I like that peace, that tranquility, that sense of grounding, that sense of connection with the divine. I like it so much that I want to be in it as much as possible. And many of the people that are doing it for 20 minutes or 40 minutes or an hour or whatever, that's what they're feeling. It's almost like they need it, they're addicted to it. And I mean, to me, it's a good addiction to have. Obviously, I do think you can go overboard with it as well. Everything should be done in moderation, I believe. And you can go overboard in some sense, because if you're always have your head in the clouds, then you're never, here on earth really, operating in reality. And the whole beauty of being human is that we are both on this earth and we are divine through our spirits. So it's really about experiencing more of that. But that's why a lot of people meditate for more than a couple of minutes. It's because that's what their body needs. It needs that because that helps to recalibrate, that helps them to get their intuitive guidance, that helps them to tap into soul gifts and things like that they may have had from past lifetimes, like all of those things. So there's reasons for that. One final thing that I want to say, and I had forgotten it and now I remembered it, is some people are like, I started my meditation and I fell asleep during it. Oh my God, like, did I even meditate? Like, what happened? My philosophy on falling asleep during meditation is that your body knows what it needs. If you were put to sleep, there was a reason for that. And it could be that your mind wasn't ready to necessarily consciously take in what was coming through the meditation. And so your body put yourself to sleep so that your subconscious could take it in anyway. Like, I believe that you're still getting the benefits, you're still getting the gifts that come from that meditation, even though you might have fallen asleep. I One funny story is the meditation that I've been doing now for about a year. I actually started it in 2017, and it was supposed to be for a 40-day program, and I would start it. I would put the music on, I would start doing it, I would sing it, and then like a minute or two in, I would fall asleep. And as soon as it went off, I woke up. Like, whatever the next song was, like, I would hear it all the time. And sorry about that. I would hear it all the time, and it would wake me up. So it's one of those things. Like, now I can go all the way through it fully awake, hearing it, doing it, whatever. But at the time, I was working up to it. I couldn't even get 40 days of it in when I tried it in 2017. Sorry, I don't know why everybody wants to call me today. Probably should have put do not disturb on. But yeah, so my point in saying that is, don't get so frustrated if you fall asleep while you are meditating or whatever. You're still getting the benefits of that meditation regardless of if you're sleeping. So obviously, I hope that these quick things helped you to find your meditation, find one that maybe you liked. I'll include just maybe a couple of links to different types of meditation, like maybe a link to a song from a chanting meditation, a link to the song from a Kundalini mantra meditation, a link to a guided meditation. If I can find a link to a walking meditation, I'll include that as well. But if you need help in that arena, if you need help discovering a meditation that's right for you, please feel free to reach out to me. That, like I said, something I like to do because it took me so long to find what worked for me, and I want to help people by sharing with them the different types so that they can find one that works for them. All right, I hope you guys have a great week. Sorry about all the call interruptions, and hope you have a great one. Bye.